Alright, welcome back to this YouTube channel. And on this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the psychological mistakes I made as of last week prior to today. The mistakes I made that actually ended me up not making good, reasonable profits at the end of this week. I was supposed to make more profit than I actually traded, but I didn't make that profit. Why? Because of these mistakes I'm going to share with you guys on this video. All right, so stick with me to the end of this video, and I believe some of you are actually facing this same challenge as well, whereby you know that your strategy is working perfectly well, but you are still not making any reasonable profit from your setup every blessed week and let's say months. You are not making any reasonable profit, but if you go back to your trade, you are supposed to like make something, better than the outcome you got. All right, so I believe I'm not the only one facing this challenge, and so many of you as well are facing this challenge. So we are here to actually see how we can improve on that. All right, so without wasting much of our time, let's dive straight into the process. All right, so this was on 14th. This trade was on 14th of October, yeah, which is about 2 weeks ago, right? So I didn't take this trade. Why? Because though it was part of my confirmation, right? The setup was okay. I mean, the trend was valid. Everything I needed was okay, but I didn't take the trade because I was scared of, losing the trade. So I ended up that day not making a dime, and my strategies was making profits, but I was not making profits. Why? Because I was scared of losing. So I ignored the trade only for me to come back, a few hours later to sell that. I actually missed the big move of the day, and that made me, that just spoiled my day, right? Because seeing the move was crazy. I was thinking that the price has been bullish, so at this point, a reversal can actually start occurring. So let it not look like I will be the one to buy the high of the day, all right? Whereby when I buy, the market start retracing. But seeing my confirmation was okay for me, but because the trend has been very bullish, I was thinking reversal will start coming, and buyers will no longer have the strength to continue to push the market to the upside. So that made me to ignore the trade, and then I ended up not making a dime. All right. And what I learned was never trade what you think, never follow what you think, just trade your plan, follow your setup. If you see it, forget about any other thing your mind is telling you. Once you see a setup, you take it. Simple and short. All right. So that was what I was able to learn from this trade. All right. So this was the second trade right here. And I think this was also, yeah. Okay, I missed this first big move, and then this was the second trade, which is also on gold. All right. I saw my confirmation, right? This is 1 hour time frame. I used two time frames on this particular setup, right? This was on 1 hour time frame, and then I got my confirmation. I got what I needed on 1 hour time frame, but my entry was 5 minute time frame. So this was the 5 minute time frame. I got my confirmation and entered the trade. I actually took this one. Yeah, I took this trade, and yes, it actually goes in my favor, and it was 4 hour trade. I printed 4 hour this week. 4 hour on this trade this week. All right. If I'm taking this first one, it would have been a total of 8 hour, but I didn't take the first one. So I was in profit of 4 hour for the week, which was not bad actually. So it's not bad. All right. So I actually saw another setup again. This was still on gold, right? So another setup on this was 1 hour time frame, right? I saw what I need, the confirmation I needed on 1 hour time frame, right? Then I switched to the 5 minute time frame to look for entry. This was the 5 minute time frame, right? And this was my entry. It was on limit order. It was on limit order. So this was the outcome of the trade right here, right? Price, reverse, mitigated. It was actually a sniper entry. It mitigated, and then boom, to my take profit straight. Another 4 hour was printed on this one. I took this one, to be honest. I took those two trades. I got more confidence when I used two time frames rather than just one particular time frame. This one thing I noticed about my setup. I actually, have the confidence to take limit orders. But when it comes to market order, I'll be kind of afraid, and I believe some of you are also understand what I'm trying to say, right? that when it is a market order, you think since the market just presented itself, right? It can't really give you that potential of going in the direction you are expecting it to go, right? Why? Because it was the market that actually generated everything, and you just come and saw that okay, your setup was okay and all of that. But if it is limit order, you can actually, just set your limit and hope for the best. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. All right, so that is the thing, and they are all good setups, but those are the psychology behind it. I mostly take limit order than market order, and that is because I can set limit order and then hope for the best. But when it comes to market order, I might be thinking that is where the thought of what if this trade doesn't go in my direction and all of those things that will help that we compel me to ignore the trade. But they're all good. Yeah, they're all good. Right. So these are like my journals, right? I'm just showing you through my journals, and you can read through them by pausing the video to see how I journal my trades. All right. So this was another setup, and this was on gold as well. I trade mostly gold, mostly gold. That is why you see that most of my trade is gold. All right. Now you see that I missed another entry here. The first thing that actually made me miss that first entry was the same thing that actually made me miss the same entry. The same week, I saw this bullish engulfed confirmation, which was what I saw on their first trade. But because the market has presented itself, right, I was afraid. I just came and set this tool here, just like the way I set on that first one, right? I just said it so, but I didn't enter the trade. I didn't enter it on my broker. I just said the trade and see what comes, because I was thinking that the trade will not go in my direction and to reverse to hit my stop loss and all of that. So my thought actually overpowered my action that I was supposed to take on this trade. Why? Because I didn't take effective correction on that first mistake I made. So that led me to also ignore this same mistake, and I ended up not taking the trade, and the trade went perfectly in my direction, giving heavy momentum candles just like the first one, and I would have printed another 4R for the week, but you see, I still missed the trade. All right. So this was the trade recap, right? Total trade was 2. I took a total of 2 trades. It was supposed to be 4 trades, and they were supposed to be all in profit, right? I took a total of 2, yeah, and the result, the take profit I made was 8R. I made a total of 8R, and there was no stop loss actually. So it would have been a total of 16R. Can you imagine 16R in a week? That's a crazy profit. But because of my fear of losing, right, I came down only making 8R, but which is still not bad because we are learning. I'm learning, you are learning, we are all learning, right? Trust me, as time goes on, the market will always keep, generating possibilities, all right? The best thing is to always make sure you keep learning from your mistakes so that you won't occur again in the future. So if this first trade I took, this first mistake I made, right? This first one I made here, that actually I would have made profit, I still made the same mistake the second time on this same particular trade, the same confirmation, the same setup, but I didn't take it. All right. If I should make it the third time again, that shows that I'm stupid. No, this is not like, saying negative thing about myself, but that is the psychological truth. Because at this point now, even if that one be a loss, it will judge me to say the setup is bad, right? Because I've tested it not from for testing, but from back testing as well from my previous data that this confirmation is valid. All right. But just because it is a market order, I kind of fear of taking the trade. So at this point now, I'm very well convinced that when I see a setup like this next time, even if even if they are like 3 in a row, maybe today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, and there happens to be lost, I'll still keep taking it because I've come to total conclusion that nothing will make me skip whenever I see what I saw and my confirmation I met and everything I need about the confirmation are in order. That will make me skip the trade again. All right. So that is what I learned for the week, and they are very, very much suitable for me. And yeah. So this was on 21st. This was last week actually. Yeah, this was I think this week, yeah, 21st. This was this week trade, and this was BTC trade. I got my break of structure here, and this was market order, right? So those mistakes I made from previous trades were actually so annoying to me that I said nothing will make me skip whenever I see a setup that is actually my type of trade again. So I saw this, break of structure, and then price was reversed to this other block here. This is the way I actually trade BTC. The way I trade BTC is different from the way I trade gold, because BTC sometimes doesn't even respect trend. So you have to actually have, a very strong, edge that can follow the way BTC is actually doing. Okay, so this was it, and let's see the outcome. And okay, I shared this trade first. Sorry, after sharing this trade, I saw a good entry confirmation here, right? My major pair I trade is gold. So when I came, it was early in the morning. I came and I saw this trade as giving me my confirmation, but it came and my first entry was missed. I missed my first entry. But since my first entry was missed, I saw that the trade actually has the potential of going in my direction. So I just entered on market order here. And yeah, when I entered, before I know it, just few minutes later, boom, it started, pushing to the upside. And yeah, it printed my 1 hour and I closed, waiting for the 3 hour to print. And the psychological painful thing that happened to me this week was this. Just one pip. You can see from the setup, just one pip for the trade to actually, give me full take profit. What happened? It reversed and then came back, hit me out on small profit, because I actually moved my stop loss, to this area where the current market is now. That was where my stop loss is, to small profit. But just one tick to hit me on take profit, this market reversed, and it was so painful. To be honest, no matter who you are, this kind of thing will pain you. But in contrast, right, I've been in a situation where I've take a trade whereby just one pip to my stop loss, the trade reversed straight to my take profit. But now, just one pip to my take profit, it has reversed straight to my stop loss, and this can be very painful. And yeah, this is just market for you. I don't know. I don't have anything to do. I don't have anyone to question. I have to just take responsibility and believe that yeah, this is just market for you. And yeah, that's how it that's how it is. All right. So no much to say. So this gold, I mean BTC trade here, this is the outcome. Yeah, this was where I shared the outcome. This was the daily time frame. I saw that trade actually is rejecting from a strong supply zone here. So I was looking to buy to the upside, right? After sweeping this liquidity. So this long candle swept liquidity, and then I saw the potential of trade going to the upside. And yeah, this was the 1 hour time frame. The first was daily time frame. Yeah. So this was the 1 hour time frame, and I got my confirmation. It's the same just setup I showed you previously, and this was the outcome, right? It was crazy. I was so happy this day, though it was 2 hours, but yeah, it's good. My normal take profit level is 3 hours, but this was 2 hours, and yeah, because I follow based on market structure. All right. So I take profit based on market structure. So it was 2 hours and I was okay with it. All right. So yeah, this is my, my my journal about the trade, my emotions and outcome and mistakes and everything. So these are journal my trade. All right. So this was Thursday on 22 October. I think, yeah, this week, Wednesday or Thursday or so, yeah. So this, I got another confirmation on gold. This was my entry point. I was, anticipating trade come to my entry before the final move to the upside, because there's higher probability by the time trade come down to create like something like two leg before the move. So I was waiting for it to come back to this my discount zone here before the big move, and let's see the outcome. The outcome is in the future because I just shared this. So that same Thursday, wait for this outcome. I'll show you guys what happened. That same Thursday, this was BTC trade, and that same Thursday, this was another setup I saw, right? this was another setup I saw. I saw that price had broken structure, came down to this demand zone here, which is discount zone, and I entered on market order, and let's see the results, let's see the outcome, and then boom, this was the outcome. Do you know price just kissed my take profit, I mean my stop loss, and now let me show you guys what the market is doing. This is what the market is currently doing. After taking me out on that stop loss, as it just kissed my stop loss, the market is actually moving crazy in my direction right now. So this is the trade. You can see. Now my initial target is 3 hours, and I know that price is actually going to this, this external previous high here, this external liquidity here. Price is actually going to take this out, and I would have made 5 hours. I mean, 5 hours on BTC, crazy. Do you understand? But the trade just came, just kissed my stop loss with few pips, and then now it's heading to my direction. It has already printed 3 hours already. You see that now? That's already printed 3 hours. So I would have maybe closed for the week, but or hold till full take profit. But this is trade, this is the market. That is how it is. We just have to accept and take responsibility for every action and outcome we get. And that is it about that. All right. So no cause for alarm and no cause for punishment of self. All right. We just have to keep learning every blessed day. Okay, so this is the total trade. My trade recap was I took a total of 3 trades last week. All right. I'm so happy I didn't miss any trade. I took action. I disciplined myself that every setup I take, every setup I see, as far as it's part of my rules, it follows my rules, I must take it. And so be it. I took all the trade, and I took a total of 3 trades, right? It was 3 trades total. 2 was take profit that painted 4 hours altogether, right? It would have been more than that, but trade reverse from just one tick to my stop take profits reverse, and then so just one trade that actually gave me 4 hours that was reasonable. While I was recording, I actually saw this setup here, and you can see from the diagram, it was it actually comes after my trade recap, which is my take profit and my stop loss I recorded for the week, right? And today is Friday, so the market is still open. So I actually saw this setup, and I see it to be, in a favorable position. So this is the trade, and it's actually going well. Yeah, this is the trade of the chart I just showed you right now, and it's actually going well, right? And then this is the outcome. Right, so I'm going to hold this trade till full take profit, which is at the external liquidity, which is at the top here, this major high here. So I'm going to hold this trade all to that point. All right, yeah, so this is the outcome of the trade, and we're good for the week. I can still close the trade if I want to, because I already take some profit already. You can see from my weekly trades here, you can see all the trade I've taken this week have been so profitable. There is no single loss. So this week is a very good week, and I would have made more profit than this if only I actually stick to all my rules and my trading plans as well. All right, but nevertheless, regardless, we appreciate God, and yeah, thank you all for sticking to this video, and yeah.